Hi, welcome to the video. My name's Dychronic, and today we're talking about the Xur, his location, his random rolls, all for March 18th, 2022. You can find him in his regular location in Nessus. Just head over to the Watcher's Grave on top of this big old tree right here. You can find the Xur. This is a high overview in case this is all you cared about. My inventory is full. First up for the weapon today, we have the Colony, which I still claim as, wow, there's a lot of them. Which I still claim is one of the more unique weapons in the game. You literally fire a grenade launcher shot that then like tracks towards enemies because it has legs and runs along walls and ceilings and floors and actually goes towards your target. And it's still something that's quite good in PvP, especially when you just don't care about your exotic. Slap this on, make it easy. And to be honest, there's not much more to say about this. It's fun, not a PvE weapon. Up next after that, we have the sealed AHAMKARA grasp for the hunter. Essentially, this is going to be the better version of Grave Robber. So dealing melee damage, not even getting a kill, reloads your currently equipped weapon. If you have a weapon that takes a lot of time to reload, like a shotgun or a heavy fusion rifle or not a heavy fusion, a heavy machine gun, this could work. The problem is, other than the fact that it's still a 48 total, is that you don't really need this that much. You have the dodge, or the marksman's dodge, you have other ways to reload really fast, and doing melee damage is very dangerous, and it doesn't have an ornament. Can you believe this? Following that, for the Titan exotic, we have the PEREGRINE GREAVES! I still love that video. I think it's so good. All shoulder charge abilities, all of the ones that you do the little dash thing, deal bonus damage in the air, and I think this is like 4 times bonus damage. Essentially, in PvP, you can kill literally every enemy super in the game with a shoulder charge. The problem is that it's useless until enemies actually have supers. In PvE, there are some combinations that sometimes get broken, but they obviously disabled for that 1-2 punch combo, and I think that they repaired that. Overall, this is a fun melee exotic and can be used in a lot of different ways, but I prefer Syntheseps in most cases. And again, wow, look at it, 52, wow. And for the Warlike exotic, we have the Chromatic Fire, which actually has a sick ornament. Yeah, look at that. Has a sick ornament, and wow, look at this. The description has fancy colors. I don't know why that's impressive. Essentially, this just adds Dragonfly to your kinetic weapon. Other than the Ace of Spades, anything with Firefly on it and a kinetic weapon actually has the ability to have double explosion. So it's Dragonfly plus Chromatic Fire explosion. In my opinion, this is more of a gimmick exotic. It's fun, just probably not a very high level item. And it's very shiny, yes, very, very shiny. Moving on to the weapons. First up for the Ikelos SMG. Subsistence Disruption Break is not a bad combination, but I believe it can have Vorpal here, which I do prefer, and a few more range stuff. But TechMag is nice, and so is Accurate, damn. Following that for the bow with the Imperial Needle, which is a lightweight frame, and I do like lightweights. However, I believe this can have explosive payload. I can't remember specifically. I don't think I have one, so maybe not. Either way, this is not a great combo. After that, the Eternal BLAZON, which has Overflow plus Rangefinder. I don't really like it. It's not my favorite. If you're gonna get a scout rifle, might as well have explosive payload. WISHBRINGER has threat detector auto loading. Again, not really what you're looking for, but it does have full choke accurize plus range masterwork, so it's getting pretty close to being pretty good for PvP. After that, we got we have the Clown Cartridge Quick Draw. Might work as a PvE kind of thing, but I think this has firing line on it, so you can definitely do better. After that, the Behringer's Memory. This is a 150 grenade launcher, which, as you may know, suck no matter what. And finally, we have the Swarm, which is Killing Wind 1 for all. Decent combo on this, especially considering it's a rapid fire or a 360, but I'm not a big fan of these. But most of the time I use this just to get arc shields and a Grandmaster. After that, we have the armor, which all have exactly the same role, which is it's so disappointing. Moving on for the Hawkmoon and DMT, we have opening shot on this Hawkmoon, which is actually really nice. I definitely do prefer having rangefinder. Does make quite a big difference. Polymer grip is good because you want handling speed. This is always going to be LO magazine, and chamber compensator does make your recoil direction a perfect 100. So this is a pretty good roll. I would say out of all the rolls on the Hawkmoon, outside of this being, rangefinder, this is pretty much one of the best rolls you can have. As for the Dead Man's Tail, we have Subsistence, which is definitely a combo that people like to see in PvE. Hold on a second, I gotta put the ornament. Yeah, people like to see in PvE. However, obviously PvE you want Vorpal. It's definitely a better option. High Cal is pretty good. Corkscrew could be a little bit better, and Fitted Stock is pretty good for this particular item. So not a bad roll, but I think there are some better rolls for sure. And just to keep in mind, they did nerf this season. The blind fire version goes up to 130 RPM, not 150. Still a good option with a lot of range and close range capabilities, but not as good as it used to be. Make sure you pick an exotic engrams because it gives you an exotic with a high stat roll. And it's an exotic you've never received before if you're missing some. This one came out as a 62 with resilience. Well, I guess actually resilience is pretty good for this exotic. I really need to get rid of some stuff. Look at my characters, just flooded full of stuff. And of course, if you haven't seen it already, I do live stream right here on YouTube, oftentimes Destiny 2 for open lobbies and raids, and my god, this is a freaking sparrow graveyard. And you should come join us. You'll see a notification here shortly after this video goes live. And of course, a big thank you to my patrons on Patreon. Specifically, a big thank you to Mom and Dad, Christian Thompson, Kelly Allen, Ostruck, Jacob Berg, Monday, City Bachman, Juno Panther, and Casey Reagan for their support on Patreon. And that's it. Hope you guys did enjoy my notes, and I'll see you guys on the next one.